Hello sweet friends and crafters, and welcome to Carol's Craft Cottage. Today I have a tutorial on how to put these little shadow boxes together. I went to look on AliExpress and these shadow boxes are still available. I know I've had mine for several years. I probably only used them once before this, so I am going to give you a tutorial today and I'm going to show you the dies. And the link that I will share with you in the description box below does have 3 different shadow boxes. The ones that I have are this one right here. This is the box part of your shadow box. And then this piece goes on top. And this has a pointed top when you're looking to see which one you want to purchase. And then this piece goes on top of here to decorate it, and you can see it's pointed. This one also has a direct hole in it. You can see on both sides that this goes on top of here and it's a direct hole. So this can be used as a shadow box for a Christmas tree ornament. Okay, that's that one. And then I also had this one in my stash. Like I said, there's one more and I don't have that one. I just have these two, so that's what I used. So again, you have the bottom of your box. And then you have this, which has a rounded top. And there is no hole in this one. You do get 2 pieces to make the hole if you want to, but this does not have a hole. And then you have this piece right here that goes on top of here to decorate this shadow box. So those are the dies that I used to create that, and I'm going to show you how to put one together. I also again used the bow die with the hearts, and I will leave a link to that video, or not video, the link to the die in the description box below, and that makes this bow here. I also used, again, the butterfly die that I shared in the other video, and I'm trying to make everything coordinate, so I try to use the same dies for that. So let me go ahead and share with you these shadow boxes that I have created. And the other thing that I used is this right here, and this is probably used in weddings to put your table numbers, and I got these at Michael's a while ago. Now I'm not sure if Michael's still has these because I haven't been in Michael's in like 6 months. I have to say I've been saving money, right, by not going there, but I haven't been there in at least 6 months, and I don't know if they have these anymore, but that's where I've gotten these. And all I did was pull off this blackboard and I spray painted these little stands. And that's what my shadow boxes are on. And I'll show you how beautiful these are. Now, again, I used my Porch prints, Cottage Girls. The paper is in the junk journal kit that you see here. And all the girls and the little flowers that are the background on here are in the Cottage Girls Fussy cuts from my Porch prints. And then I have the journal word kit right here. So I have all the links for that in the description box as well. And I just think this is so beautiful. It's so pretty. And I do understand that someone had mentioned that they have the cottage boys now, so I guess the cottage girls were so popular that they were asked for cottage boys, so they did them. So I'm going to have to go check that out later when I have a moment. So that turned out really beautiful. I could see this sitting on a desk, or you know, in a bedroom, or in a living room, or what have you, a little girl's room, as a little decor piece. It's so pretty. We've got this one here, and you could see I've used just a different color paper. I do like the gingham paper in the junk journal kit set. and I've used it throughout all of this series that I have. And this one says, enjoy the moment. And there are the peonies that I had a tutorial for you on. There's the large one and the medium one. And I just put one in the back like that, just to give it a coordination there. And then we've got this one here. Now you could see that this one here, this one is bigger than this one. That is the difference in the dies. And they're both equally as beautiful though, even though one is bigger than the other. So this is this one. And you can see on this one here, I put some little pearl iridescent rhinestones around the outside of the frame. And I put little diamond dots. Whereas this one had the gold accent piece for the frame. So that's the difference in the dies right there. Wanted to make that clear for you. I've got another couple small ones here. We have this one that says wish upon a star. And some of these are the smaller girls and some of these are the larger girls. Now this is the larger girl cut down. And the rest of them, this is a larger girl as well in the large girl set. And the rest of them are from the small girl set. So you can cut them down. And here we have this one here. Isn't she cute? This is an adorable little decor piece to go with my Happy Mail. So I have my things all cut out and ready to go to teach you how to make this. I'm hoping that when you go to Michael's, they still have those little wooden stands if you want to put them on a wooden stand. And we're doing this one in craft card stock, so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. So what I did is I cut my shadow box out, and this particular die has this piece, and this one you cut on designer paper, and then you cut the box part in the craft, and that's going to go on the bottom. And then you'll need to take a piece of designer paper and cut at 2 1/8 by 2 3/4, and that will fit in the bottom of this shadow box. So we're going to go ahead and fold on the score lines on the box. All right, then we're going to take our glue and we're going to put a little bit of glue on the flap. I know this always happens to me. My glue always gets stuck. I always need to unplug the glue. Some nights I will accidentally forget to put the cover on there, and I'll come to work when I get up in the morning and it's still flowing, but every time I do a tutorial, it's always clogged. I'm not complaining, it's just funny. So we can put a little glue on this flap. All right, we got one more. Try to hold it a little bit because this one popped. It would also help if you have your, excuse me, I gotta reach in front of there and get your bone folder and then press on it to get a good tack on there. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take this 2 1/8 by 2 3/4 inch piece, and I'm going to go around it with a little bit of my distress ink, and I am using, this is walnut stain. So then I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. And we're going to glue it into the bottom of our shadow box. And then I just use my bone folder to stick it down. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this on our shadow box. And you will need a pair of scissors because you need to clip this little piece right here before you fold all these edges down. So we're going to clip this. All right, and then we're going to fold these edges. These are the edges that are going to be glued around the outside of the shadow box. And you can see there is a hole in this if you're going to use it for an ornament, whereas the other die you'd have to cut the hole in it with the dies that are provided. Now I'm going to use the walnut ink to go around the outside edge of this frame. I love the look of this walnut on craft. It's really pretty. All right, and I will also go on the inside and run this a little bit on this. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is I am going to put some glue on all these flaps. So if you do get this die, you could also make these shadow boxes shakers by putting some acetate on top of this box before you, or on top of this box before you put the frame on it. So what I did, and you could see here, is I put that flap around the outside edge of this shadow box, and you're going to put it down like this. It makes it the easiest. Just use your bone folder to, I did it too much there. Use your bone folder to flatten it and get that edge to stick to the outside so that you have it like this. So this is your top where the hole is. Now we're going to take this designer paper, and I again am going to go around the edge with my walnut stain. Just a little bit, doesn't have to be too much. Okay, so you want to put the hole on top of that hole. So we're going to go into the back. And then we're going to lay this on top. Just like that. Center this. And then you'll see you get that little 1/8 of an inch around the shadow box. Now the next thing we're going to do, now if I'm going to show you another one of these little shadow boxes, and in this particular one, on the pink gingham, I had put one of the little flower cutouts in the back there. And as you can see in this one, I have another flower cutout in the back of here. And I'm not doing that on this one because this one is busy to begin with. So we are just going to put the little girl. And I have chosen this girl right here. She's going to go inside. And we're not going to use foam dots. we're actually just going to use some paper and just take whatever you have. And this is some scrap for me. I don't want it too wide, so I'm going to cut maybe a 1/2 inch, maybe 5/8 inch strip. And then I'm going to, and don't worry if it's not straight or anything like that, because I'm gonna cut it right here. So we're gonna cut this. So I want to fold over a flap of about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 inch again. And then I'm going to fold over again about a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to go down this much, and this is not a science. This is just going on the back of her like this. So I only have to go this far. And then to match this. And it's nothing to worry about getting precise folds. And then I'm just going to go over the top of this. I'm so sorry, they are mowing my lawn right now. I did not realize they were coming when I started this. Okay, and then you're just going to put some glue there so that you get something that looks like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to put it on the back of her to make sure that I don't have any white showing in the front. And I don't. And then I'm going to put it in here to see if it's going to show at all, and it doesn't. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it on her. Because I want to give her dimension. All right, and then we're going to put glue on the back of this. And we're going to stick her right in the middle of this shadow box. And see how much dimension we get by doing that? And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just about see it there, can't you? In the back there. But it's good. All right, so then I put this little thing together. All this is from this die. I'm not sure if this is a Scrapdiva. I think this is a Scrapdiva design flower die. And I used the smallest one to make the little daisy, and I used this for the backing. And this is what I've got, 2 little flowers. And this is going to go right here in this little configuration. So I need to put some hot glue on the back. And I've got it gobbed because I need it to do what I want it to do. I don't want it to fall out, but I don't want it to go all the way to the back. So I think that is cute like that. So the next thing I need to do is, I know I showed this to you. I don't think it's available anymore. It's Angel Craft stone stickers. That's what I'm going to put around the frame on this. I think I got this at the Scrapbook Expo back in 2019. And I have not been able to get back to a Scrapbook Expo since. Not only because of it being canceled in 2020, the rest of the other couple years when they did have it, I was busy doing something else. And I never used to miss it for anything, but that's what happens sometimes. And you can use pearls that you get from, and I'm going to put that piece up here because I don't want to waste any of it. Pearls that you can get from the Dollar Tree. This is so pretty and so sparkly. So that's it right there. Just going to push down on it. The next thing we need to do is to put the little saying on the top, front there. And we're going to pick something. I think I like this word. I saw amazing, but this one jumped out, so we're going to go delightful. How's that? So we're just going to take the walnut stain. Even though this does have shading around it, I still put the walnut because I like the way it looks. And you can do however you want to do it. And I am going to use some foam on the back of that because I want to pop that up. It looks good popped up. So I'm going to cut this in half. And these little foam pieces you can get at the Dollar Tree as well. That's where I get mine. And we're going to take this and put it right on the front of this, in the center. Just like that. And then here is one of the cutouts that I was talking to you about, and we're going to put that like right here. So I need another foam dot. I want to pop that up, and I'm going to put it right on the bottom here in this corner. And if you don't like that showing in the back, just trim it off to match the curve in the shadow box, and then place it right on there. Let's see which way I like it. I like it like that. All right, so pretty, right? The next thing we need to do, let me see what I have here. I thought I had another little flower piece. Let me look and see. I need something to match that. I think I'll put a leaf. Yeah, like that. This one might be a little bit too big. Yeah, let's put a little leaf like this. And I'm going to get a little bit of foam for this. So I put a little piece of foam on the back of that, just in case I was out of camera there. And we're going to put it over here. And then I have my little butterfly that I put together already. This is the smallest butterfly in the set, and I have 3 layers two of which are designer paper with a gold in the center. So I'm going to put a little hot glue on this because I want it to stick quickly. I normally just put wet glue, but today for this purpose I want to just stick it fast. So I've got that, and then the last piece is going to be this bow that I already put together. I'm going to hot glue that, and because I'm not using this as an ornament, I'm going to put the bow right on the top of that hole to cover it and not cover the little stones on the top so that they show. And then the last thing I want to do before I mount this onto the stand is do the little, even though I have these around here, I'm still going to do some diamond dots, and I'm going to do 3 over here, and I'm going to do them in pink. So I think pink would look good on this. If you are having problems locating diamond dots, the only place that I know that sells them now, because Hobby Lobby quit selling them, and I believe Michael's quit selling them as well. The only place that has them now is Joann's. And you can get them online or by personally visiting the store. We have a very, very small Joann's that's about probably a half-hour drive from here that does still carry them. So I'm sure you can get them in your area, because my Joann's is tiny. And I'm going to put 5 on this side. And if you wonder what I just did there, I put a little bit of the wet glue on the bottom of this tool that I use to move these diamond dots over to make it sticky to pick them up. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see how beautiful that's coming out? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to put it on the stand. Again, this is from Michael's, and I spray painted it white. I took up as much off as I could of the blackboard. This isn't going to show because it's going to be behind, so this is not a problem. You're going to put hot glue on that. And then you are going to place your shadow box. And you can see I put it about an inch down from the top. That seems to be a good size. So we're going to put this in here like this. And again, these are peonies that I showed you how to create. I'm still using leftover ones from the wedding. So I'm almost done using them all, by the way. And you can see that, you know, I pulled them off of something, so there's some stuff on the back, but it won't show. And I'm grabbing another glue stick. It's not going to show because it's going to be covered. So let's see. I think I'm going to put it on this way. And I have to put it a little like that, so that it's kind of down. You don't want it straight. You want it like a floral arrangement like this, okay? And you're going to take this one and you put a more plain one on the back, and I'm going to do it like that. And you can see this one was used before. But hey, that's okay. This isn't going to show. And we're going to put it like this and push those two together. to get them to stick. So you have this. I'm going to turn that a little bit like that. And this is what you have in the front. And I have a leaf that I cut. This is actually sage green cardstock that I got at Hobby Lobby for the wedding. Still have a lot of it left, but it's not going to go to waste because I use a lot of it for leaves and stuff. So I put that leaf on that flower, and then I'm going to slip this flower right in here. Close like that. And we're going to put some glue on the back of here. And just slip that right in there. Like that. So that the green is on there as well. And that is just adorable, isn't it? I love it. I'll put it this way. Can you see it? Yep. Super adorable. What a wonderful gift this is. I know I would be thrilled to have something like that. Anyway, that is my tutorial for today. I hope that you enjoyed it, that it was informative, and I'd like to thank you all for helping me out in the last video with locating some of the dies that I could not. I sure could use help in that department. For some reason, I have a hard time finding some of them. But anyway, I wanted to thank you for stepping up and helping me out with that. So until next time, remember to sprinkle kindness like confetti wherever you go, and happy crafting. Until the next video, bye-bye.